So here we are. We have my friend's MacBook. What year is this? 2009 is it, or 2011 MacBook? And his trackpad, if you look, let's get a little real close on this. You can see it's a bit damaged, and it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. So we're gonna replace his trackpad. You get a nice clean area first, of course. Of course, I do not have a clean area, but it's relatively clean. And if you want, you can use your static protector. So you don't damage components. But we're really not going into very many components. I'm not going to use it right now, but you have your screwdrivers, a set of screwdrivers, and I don't know if I'm going to need them, but these are the Torx screws. Different computers, sometimes they need them, sometimes they don't, but I brought my Torx screwdrivers just in case. A T6 is usually what you end up using. But other than that, the regular Phillips head small screwdriver is fine. And of course, you always keep a can of air, just in case you need it. Very simple. There's oh, he's missing a screw right here. If you see this, they're expensive too. They're like $5 to replace. But and that's one of the long screws. It might be more. It might be $10. But normally there's 10 screws. He's missing. Actually, he's missing 2 of them. Wow. Okay. He's also missing some feet. When you order it, you get the number from right here. Can you see that? Is that yeah. You get the number from right here. It's A1178 or 1278. Something, I forget. It's something like that. But no big deal. This is pretty easy, actually. Anybody can do this. You just simply pull out the screws, and I'm gonna maybe, I'm not sure. It depends. I think I might fast forward through this, but. Let's see. No, don't touch anything. Yeah, we got plenty. So you just go around and remove these screws. Seem to be having a rough time. These 2 are long. I think this one might be long. Oh, no, yeah, these 3 are long, I think. Let's see if this one's long too. One of them that's missing is also long. Let's see. This might be short. Oh, no, it is a long one. Yeah, so those 3 are long. Here we go. We're still doing this. And, of course, I mean, actually, you know what? I usually keep something to put them in, so they don't get lost, because when these things get lost, oh God, what a pain. I mean, he's already lost 2, so, you know, one short one and one long one. So we got 2 long ones left. But I think you can order them online. They might be a couple bucks, but if you go to the Mac store, they're going to be $5 or $10. They're very expensive. Just like everything. Ed actually, he's my friend. Whoops. Ed actually ordered from his trackpad. Where's your trackpad? Oh, it's not here. He's going to get it. He ordered it from eBay.
$29.
$29, and it took less than a week to get there. See, this is there's a couple of things. Here's his new trackpad that we're going to be putting in.
Dirty.
Yeah, it's quite dirty, and the reason why is because Ed has also lost all of his feet. You know, the little black things there. Okay, so a lot of dust gets in. You can see on the computer it's quite dusty too. No, don't do that. That's what air is for. So we might as well. When you're dusting, you move the important things out of the way, because these cans, they put quite a bit of pressure, and you don't want this blown all over the carpet, because you'll lose them. So now, as you see, he has a solid state drive in his. Look at all that dust. Okay, so what we need to do, is that still on the computer?
Yeah.
Okay. What we need to do is we need to remove this battery. But it doesn't matter. It's pretty easy to remove this. This is usually sticking to here. It's a little sticky. And there you go. You can see it's a little sticky. But you just pull that up. That's not a problem. And let's see if I can remember. And it's hard for me to see. I actually don't have enough light. You pull this up. This is your battery connection. Of course, you make sure the computer is turned off. He's already turned off the computer. You always make sure the computer is off before you work on it. So this, you see, that just pops right off. That's pretty easy. And then this, also, the other end, just pop that off. Oops. There you go. See how easy that was? Those two. And then you can just lift it up, I hope. Oh, there's another screw. He got one screw in there. Maybe two. Is that a second one? Yeah. I forgot about these. I'm going to put these right here under my little lens here. This appears to be one also. There we go. Long one on this side, short one on that side. Let's see if it comes out now. There we go. Look how easy that is for the battery to come out. It's a little dirty, but it's a fine battery. Doesn't need to be replaced yet, but they're easy to replace if you want to order some. They're kind of expensive. This is a little bit dirty on the inside as well. It's okay. It's not too bad. And here's his trackpad. Now, if you look real close, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and these are regular Phillips. So I'm not going to need my my torque screws. I can just remove these. Just 4 of them. One. And these are tiny, or even tinier than the case screws. Wow, these are easy. These are going to be easy to lose. Is that still in frame? Yeah? Okay. This last screw was causing me a little bit of trouble, but we got it. We got it. There it goes. And then if I'm not mistaken, you pop it out down, which seems counter to what you might be used to. There you go. There you go, it's out. Look at that. Here, let me show. See, the old one right here. See how easy that was to come out? And of course, you do the same thing in the exact opposite way, which means that, look at that, Ed knows. Ed knows his camera is covered up. He knows that he doesn't want the government looking at him. You know, he's a smart guy. Oh, I guess I should first do this. Yeah. Thread this thing. Oh, this seems to be the hardest thing of the whole thing. putting this in, getting this threaded. Seems to want to bend the other way. You don't want to overbend it the opposite way too much, but let's do it anyway. There we go. See, it doesn't, it's caught on that little lip thing. Let me get my tiny screwdriver. These times that you say, gosh, I wish I had an extra hand. But that's okay. We're going to go like this. We're going to go down a little bit. Maybe going at an angle will work. You see, my eyes aren't as good as Ed's because he has glasses.
It's coming. Almost.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay, so look at that. Look at that. See, I laid this screwdriver down right next to these screws. They could have easily gotten lost, but I caught it. Okay, so you've got to be careful with your little work area there. Okay, so now I got this in. Now we're going to get this side in. There you go, easy enough. And then we're going to close the Mac. There we go. And then we're going to put the 4 little tiny screws back. Is that still on that?
Yep.
Okay. Whew, tough. Now, as always, when you're screwing something in, you go backwards first until you feel the first click of the thread for the screw. You go backwards, and then once you feel that click of it going down, then you can go forward, because then you know you're at the beginning. Pretty easy. I should have brought my tweezers over, but that's okay. This'll work.
It's magnetic.
Yeah. There, with that click, when I go backwards. You always go backwards first, because that way you know there's less chance of you misthreading these screws. A lot of people don't know that, and it's especially important when you're doing the back on the Macbook, because believe it or not, those screws aren't straight in; they go in at a slight angle. Don't mind me while I'm getting this. I really do need better glasses for when I'm doing this stuff.
Cleaning the battery.
Yeah, Ed is putting static electricity in the battery. So he could have problems, but that's okay. He's not using the right cloth to clean it, but that's okay.
Oh really? Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's your computer. Do what you want, man.
I didn't know.
Okay. We're going to try and do this. There we go. Backwards, click, go forward. backwards, click, oh, let's do it again, there it is, go forward. Okay, they're all in. Now you want to snap this little sucker on. Should go on pretty easy. Just have to feel it around. Look at that. It usually clicks. I didn't hear a click, but I heard a sort of a thunk. So I think it's in. Yeah, that seems to be in. And now it's time to put the battery back in.
But did I ruin it?
No.
Okay.
I think it's okay. I think it'll live. Yeah. And there's a little bit of, it's not so bad underneath, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Okay, so we got, oh, what did I say? Long one this side, I believe I said.
Yes. So
let's put the long one over here. I had one guy replace a case in my old G3 laptop once, and he brought it back. Replaced the drive, and he brought it back to me, and the case was chipped, and he thought I wouldn't have noticed. He was like, "Wasn't that there?" You're right. Silly guy. I've seen him a few times. He wonders why I don't want to talk to him. You know. I think I got it going there. Now this side. It's almost like these screws, you don't need to, I mean, you should tighten them, of course, but it's almost like you don't need to because the case is snug up against them, so they're never going to pop out. The battery could get loose, though, so you just want to make sure they're done right. Okay, so back to the, where's the back? Oh, the back. Back to the back. Of course, and you can see, this is the back part of it, which goes towards the back, where the fan is. This is the fan. This is the holes for the fan. And then we can start putting these last screws in. Dump these right in the middle. As you remember, we're missing two. We were missing this one and this one. But we'll just deal with it, right? So, as always, backwards first. Can we see this?
Yep.
Backwards first. Hear that click? Go forward. Backwards first. Click. Go forward. That means it's threaded properly. And you do that all the way around. Click. I'm not getting much of a click here. I'm not sure why, but we'll figure it out. There it is. See? The click's important. I didn't have the screw aligned correctly. It's had a little bit of an angle. Oops. Ed thought this was going to be complex. I told them, nah, man, it's easy.
They wanted like $300 or something.
They want $300 at Mac. At that point, Mac, I think there's a certain fee that you pay at Mac, and they'll refurbish the entire computer. Having trouble with the click on this too.
You mean they replace all the parts? Or?
They replace anything that's bad.
Oh.
Yeah. There we go. If you don't hear the click, that might mean that the thread is just worn, and you just try and do the best you can with what you got, right? There it is. Only a couple more, and we can try this out. Click. And the last one, short the two that we're missing. We hope this trackpad is going to work, because we've heard of times when they don't. But had got the right one, because he checked on the, as I said, the little name right there. Okay, here we go. The moment of truth.
I'm scared.
There's that solid state drive starting so quickly. Does this thing have a password? No? Okay, it's not password protected. Another thing that is silly thing that Ed does. Not password protected. Okay, here we go. You ready? There it goes. Works perfectly. Ed now has a brand new trackpad. And that's how you replace the trackpad. Hope you liked my video. In fact, press like. Thanks, guys. Bye.